So another thing, and I've just developed this. This is just a rough method you can follow. When you're looking for a market to enter, you basically want to find competitors, your future competitors. You're not in the market yet, so they're not going to be competitors. Look for people selling information products in your market. Since you're planning to enter that niche, the niche that you're evaluating right here, you want to go to ClickBank and find people selling ebooks on similar topics, pretty similar to what you're selling. Let's put it this way. People who go to that website who are looking for that product, those are the same kind of people who you would want coming to your website buying your product. So you make a list of your top 5 or 10 competitors, future competitors, because you're not in the market yet. If you could find 20 competitors, that's great. If you only have 5 competitors, well, just use what you can. I mean, you don't want to spend 5 days doing this analysis, but it'd be good if you could get an idea of who your competitors were, your future competitors. You're going to need to know that. It's going to be helpful for you. And check their Alexa ratings. Go to alexa.com, type in www. whatever the domain name is .com, and check their Alexa rating. And I've basically just created this so if they have an Alexa rating less than 25,000, you give them 7 points. In the range of 25,000 to 50,000, you get 6 points, and so on. And for the market, you want to look for at least 25 points. Now, if there's 25 points, that's kind of like the low end of the fact that the site gets enough traffic. Remember, as the Alexa rating goes down, the site's more popular and gets more traffic. So if you can find 25 points, then there's a good chance that there's enough traffic in that niche for you to enter in. That means other people are able to get significant amounts of traffic to their site so they can make money selling products. Now, some markets, I'm sure internet marketing, I haven't taken the time to figure out what the point spreads are, but there's probably several hundred points that you could find in internet marketing, and other niches as well probably have tons of points. Now, if you were to find like 10,000 points, that's probably an oversaturated market. But there is no rule of thumb on how many points is too much. I just want you to look for at least 25 points. If there's not 25 points that you can find by taking competitive websites that sell products, then you may want to look at other sites that don't sell products and try to come up with 25 points. But the reason why you're looking for points for people selling products is you want to make a website to draw traffic to sell a product in that same market. So if you find that other websites can't do that, then you just want to think twice about entering that market. Now, if my little Alexa point system thing is the only thing that you can't get 25 points in, and you check all these other items like expensive clicks, the traffic inventory, the shotgun splatter, everything else looks good, then don't worry about the 25 points. But if you get 25 points by looking at these websites of your future competitors, that's a confirmation that you're on the right track. That's just a signal showing you that you're possibly in the right niche market. So take it for what it is. Don't rely on this one factor. You can also use Alexa if you just want to see if somebody's a good website in your market. You can check their Alexa rating. Anything under 100,000 is pretty good. That means they're pretty successful. And just to give you a gauge, when I was in this range, the 300,000 to 500,000 range, I was making about 6 figures a year. When I went under 100,000, I started making 6 figures a month. So again, depends on what market you're in. I can't guarantee that you'll make what I make, but the lower the Alexa, the better. And if you want to gauge how well a website's doing, like suppose someone contacts you for a JV deal and they want to make a deal with you, and you want to see, are these guys serious players or are they just kind of like people in their basement in their underwear? Well, you can go to Alexa and you can see, are they a pretty decent site? And again, anything under 100,000, if you don't know any better and someone approaches you with a site less than 100,000, then that's pretty good, and they're probably a pretty serious player in that market. Obviously, if they're under 25,000, they're going to be a really big deal. But anything under 100,000, I would say you probably want to talk to them if they want to talk to you, and you probably want to do a deal with them if you can, especially if you're starting out. If someone's between 100 and 300,000, I'd also take them seriously because you can have a nice joint venture with them. They probably have a decent sized list as long as their website's been registered for a while. And anything over 500,000, they're pretty much a beginner. They could have had their website for a while, but they might not be serious. And there's exceptions to all this. I'm sure there's somebody out there with a traffic rank of 750,000 who makes plenty of money and is very serious in that market. So these are just guidelines, the rules of thumb. There's all kinds of exceptions to this, but generally speaking, that's how to interpret the Alexa data.